Hello, everyone. It's Aliza Rose, and welcome back. So, today I want to go ahead and talk about something that is just it attracted the lurkers in my group. So, I have a membership called the Golden Circle. Like, part of it's a membership and part of it's a cohort where I have a program that's attached to it. And I typically once a month I'll have something that I call a storming thread. Well, I ask people questions, what are your signs? And we really try to solve their biggest like business problems in the context of a particular sign in their chart. So for this month, and I have my phone up here so I could see everything. This month's storming thread was about, what their 12th house was and their biggest selling struggle. And oh my gosh, this thread was so popular because it even brought out the lurkers in my group. Like they commented. And so this is telling me that selling is a really a hot button issue that a lot of my members have. So if they're having it, and these are goldies that I'm very 100% positive that my audience, my community, that's not part of the golden circle, are experiencing the same problems as well. So I wanted to go ahead and put together a little bit of like some insight of like what you can do, what is your 12th house, how it helps you in business, and how it ultimately can help you with with your sales if you're struggling to actually, sell. So this is really super interesting. So if you're not familiar with the 12th house is the last house in terms of the astrology wheel. It's the runt of the house. It's not really popular. It's not a rock star house like the first house or the 10th house. It's kind of just like there. And it's really due. I've always felt this way, and I've always talked about this. It's really due for a rebrand and to be modernized. Okay. The sixth house traditionally had been known for, slaves and, your illnesses or sicknesses you're going to have. And it's had this modern update where now we look at the sixth house in terms of like health and well being and, your career, your service, not your career, but your service that you're going to be doing. So, the 12th house is definitely due. So, the 12th house is historically known for being the house of your undoing, the house of secrets. And it's very dramatic, which of course we're totally all living for, right? But it's just, it's a really misunderstood house. Now, it's also associated with the sign of Pisces, which is the last sign of the zodiac. And there's a lot of things about this house that is very much, misunderstood and just, has weird connotations to it. With Pisces energy, it's just like it's just secrets. It could be even the house of karma. There's just a lot of things about the 12th house. So for me, in the context, when I look at the five signs of success based on my framework, the 12th house shows you potential power that you have that you really need to look at dead in the eye to access so that you can really fully express or take advantage of the gifts and the potential of the first house of your ascendant, of your rising sign. Now, I personally use the Placidus house system when I calculate what sign sits on the cusp of the 12th house, but you may use something else if you're well versed in that. But I just wanted to go ahead and real quick, put that caveat in there. Okay. And so the 12th house, I love me some 12th house. The 12th house doesn't, yes, it can show you what your secrets and your undoing, but I really feel that it's more of like the secrets that can help you undo yourself to express your best potential, like I was saying about that first house. It shows you what you need to overcome so you can get what you want, so you can fulfill your purpose and your destiny, if you will. So, for example, if you have a Leo sitting on that 12th house cusp, Leo is the sign of our ego. It's the sign that wants a spotlight on it. It's the sign that says, hey, look what I could do. Check out my accomplishment. Aren't I great? And if you have Leo sitting at the cusp of that 12th house, when it comes to your business, it's going to be very difficult for you to promote yourself. You're not going to want people to know about your accomplishments. You're not going to want people to know that you have killer offers. In fact, you probably haven't even updated or even put up your testimonials on your website because you're like, I don't want people to know. Like you feel like if you show too much ego, you'll come off pompous and like a jerk. Where if you had just looked at that and said, you know what, I'm repressing this part of myself. I'm repressing the healthy part of my ego that, encourages me, that has the confidence to say, you know what, I get results from my clients and I should brag about this. I should promote, I should tell people that my services work, that that I've worked with people and they've given me testimonials because I'm really good at what I do. right? So, that's what happens. Like, for example, if you had a Leo on your 12th house cusp. So, as you can see, when you're looking at maybe what you're hiding, it's really giving you clear clues on, like, hey, you need to bring a little more of that out there. Let's just say, for example, that you have a Libra in your 12th house cusp. And Libra energy tends to be one where it is a cardinal sign though. So it loves to tell people what to do in a very loving way because it's very social. It's like, hey, I can help you. Like, it's like the original Oprah, it's like, let me help you. I feel like Libra is like the original life coach of the signs. It's like, hey, let me help you. Here's how you can live your best life. Here's how you can feel really good about yourself. Here's how to, tap into the natural expression of abundance. Here's how everyone can thrive together. Okay, here's where we can bring social justice. Here's where we can balance the scales. Don't work life balance. Like, I swear Libra's invented that. And so if it's in your 12th house cusp, you could be like, oh, I don't want to tell people what to do. You yourself could be out of balance with your work life balance, or your spiritual and practical life balance, whatever the things that can tend to fight with each other in your life, or you could be really naturally repressing the nice things that you have in life. You don't want people to know how abundant your life is. You maybe don't want to share with people how feminine and how much you luxury and take care of yourself, or that you stress the importance of surrounding yourself with beautiful things, wonderful things that bring you joy. Like, you're scared to share that. Libra energy has a natural lifestyle element to it, and it's branding. And so if you have that Libra in your 12th house, it's like, wait a minute. If you share with people and you show them, hey, by approaching your life or your work this way, you too can have it all. You can have that perfect balance of working and, having purpose driven work, while at the same time, relaxing and enjoying the fruits of your labor from that work. Or you could be both practical and magical. Maybe you have something of that out there. And the thing is, you need to bring that out and show it to your customers and your clients so that they're like, yes, you're the person whose advice I need to listen to. So as you can see, just from those two examples, how huge of an impact your 12th house could make when it comes to your sales, when it comes to you feeling comfortable promoting your offers or promoting your brand. Super, super important. Okay. And so when I'm looking, so again, I have my iPhone up here. People are talking about how they just struggle overall with just selling something in general. So the thing is, what the 12th house does is it tells you exactly where you need to go to start feeling comfortable with selling. It actually just tells you this is the solution to your selling problem. For example, for that, for the Leo 12th house, it's, hey, tell people that you get results. Tell people how great your programs are. Tell people how great and good you are at what you do. And for it, with the Libra 12th house example, it's like, hey, tell people that if they work with you, if they use your product, this is what they can experience. This is the life that they can have. This product will help add to this energy, this lifestyle that they want to, that they're aspiring to. But you got to tell people about it. Right? The 12th house tells you directly what you need to do to have more success with your sales. Okay, so how does this feed into with marketing? Because this was a question, and again, I'm looking at my iPhone here, about how to actually bring things together, right? Like how to actually market and sell. So selling itself is a very transactional thing. It's, I give you money, I see your offer, I like it, I give you my money, and then you go ahead and you deliver on your promise, and I get a receipt, and that was the sale. Like, it's a very tiny, tiny part of the actual process. What makes up the biggest part of selling, quote unquote, is the marketing aspect. And marketing is just going to the market and letting people know. So I tell this to my private clients all the time, and I'm going to go ahead and share it with you, is I want you to imagine that your offers and your products are apples. You are an apple seller. And so you go to the farmer's market in your town, which is the market, duh, and you set up your stall and you're selling your apples. Well, you don't just put your apples out there and then not say anything as people are walking back and forth. No, you're probably going to get a cute little chalkboard sign, and you're going to say apples, apples, 4 apples for $1. Well, guess what? You just promoted your offer. You're promoting it. Okay, you're promoting it. And then as people come through, you're reminding them, hey, I have a sale right now. You get 4 apples for $1. I got these type of apples, super great. You want some apples? They said yes. And then they buy from you. The end. So the marketing component really is where I feel people struggle with the most, not necessarily the selling part. And again, the 12th house, because it's part of that component, tells you what you need to do. So again, if we're using that 12th house Leo example that I was using, what your marketing would look like in terms of promotion is, I have the best apples ever. Check out my stall. Or I have the most selection of apples you're going to find anywhere in the city here at my stall. Come check out my apples. Buy for me. And oh, by the way, here's my offer. I have 4 apples for $1 on sale today. That's how that Leo energy would show. Okay, again, if we're going through the Libra part, that Libra example that I was showing you, that Libra 12th house, it would be like this. It would be, hey, check out these beautiful apples that I have. They're delicious. They're healthy. They're wonderful. Every apple I've taken care to make sure that they're like the best quality that you can have. Oh, and by the way, if you buy my apples today, I'll also throw in this little pamphlet here of like 101 delicious apple recipes on the house. Bing. And like that's that Libra energy. That's how you're marketing. You're telling people what you have to offer, and then you promote something which has a dollar sign attached to it. 4 apples for $1. So did you see how that works? So marketing really does the biggest part of the selling part. The selling part is actually very small. It's just the actual transaction to it. So if you're struggling with your sales, if you're struggling with the concept of selling and marketing and they feel like they're very different, you know, pay attention to the 12th house, because it's telling you, number one, what do you need to do? What do you need to do in your marketing to get more sales? What do you need to do with your selling to feel more comfortable actually getting the sale? Okay. So it tells you. And I'm going to link some blog posts that I have. They're free resources on my blog about your 12th house, of what you could actually do, like where to get the framework, where to get the context of how to use your 12th house. And I also provide information on how to discover what house is actually sitting on the cusp on your wheel there. So you know what sign is in your 12th house. So selling and marketing really doesn't have to be hard. It is actually very, very super simple. We just make things complicated because it's new, it's scary, it feels very awkward to tell people that we have something wonderful and amazing that we can share and that we're selling. So, for our livelihood, whether it's our skills or talent, experience, or product or experience that we put together. Okay. So that is it for today. I hope this really helped clear some things up. I hope it's given you some insight on how you can make your selling process so much more easier. And if you have any questions, let me know. And please make sure to like, thumbs up, and give me a 5-star rating, depending on wherever you listen to this. Okay. So I hope you all have a good day, and I'll see you later. Bye.